Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a team that moves the ball well. The Texans are top 10 in first downs, and they'll be up against a Dolphins team that wants to be able to control the pace.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Again, it's Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Again, it's Murray. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They go play action. Kaiser. And he finds Stills, complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. Well, this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go.
Kaiser now. And it's caught by Parker. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And this is going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson steps away to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door.
Let's go.
To throw is Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Willie Snead, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like 2 boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's got some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Watson off play action. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. They can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He's going to look deep for Julius Thomas. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. To throw is Kaiser. And over the middle, this is Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. And even 60 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. Caught right side, it's Snead. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Here's Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Kaiser to throw it. He uncorks it for Snead. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 24-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. On 2nd down, here's Watson. This is screen to Abdullah. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
And he fires one incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Come on, let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kyler Fackrell in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Following the penalty, Abdullah. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Watson on 3rd down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Kaiser on 1st down. He uncorks it for Snead. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a give. This is Murray. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Play fake. Kaiser. Flushed out right. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A minute 52 left to play in this 2nd quarter. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. A dump off for Abdullah. It's a 4-yard pickup. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. First down, Kaiser. He's going to let this one go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Let's go!
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Phillips coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds his target, Fuller. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break. Watson escaping the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run the counter with Murray. A spin. And some room to maneuver. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Bernardrick McKinney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And on the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Abdullah. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. Let's go.
Now Watson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jordan Phillips busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And out come the Dolphins now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
You got it. You got it.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Flex round. Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Abdullah. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Hopkins, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. DeAndre Hopkins, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Here we go.
Kaiser now from the 50. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stephen Paya in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Dolphins on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go. Ryan 38. Flex round. Flex Ohio. Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Now a give. This is Abdullah. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Watson off play action. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Under pressure, they got him again. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Kaiser. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
3rd and 2, Watson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jay Prosh, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. A 2nd down throw now for Kaiser. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Abdullah running right, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And they will take a knee here. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Here we go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Texans on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.